I'll tell you a tale tonight that a seaman told to me. With eyes that gleamed in a lantern's light, and a voice as low as the sea. You could almost hear the stars twinkling up in the sky, and the old wind woke and moaned in the spars, singing the same old songs as ages and ages ago, when he froze my blood in the deep sea night with the things he seemed to know. A bare foot pattered on the deck. Ropes creaked. Then all grew still, and he pointed his finger straight in my face and growled as a sea dog will. Do you know who Nelson was? Poor little charred-up chap, with a patch on his eye and a pinned-up sleeve and a soul like a North Sea storm. Ask of the Devonshire men, for they know, and they'll tell you true. He wasn't the poor little charred-up chap that Hearty thought he knew. He wasn't the man you think. His patch was a darn disguise, for they knew they'd find him out one day had they looked him in both his eyes. He was twice as big as he seemed, and his clothes were cleverly made. He'd both his hairy arms all right. The sleeve was a trick of the trade. You've heard of spirits, no doubt. Well, there's more to the matter than that. And it wasn't his sleeve, and it wasn't his patch, and it wasn't his lace-crooked hat. Nelson was just a ghost. You may smile, but ask of the Devonshire men, for they knew he'd come when England called, and he'll come again. I'll tell you the way it was, for now the landsmen know. But to tell it to you straight, we have to go astern 200 years or so. The waves were lapping and slapping the same they are today, and Drake lie dying aboard his ship in Nombre Dios Bay. The scent of the foreign flowers came floating all around. I'd give my soul for the smell of the pitch, he said, in Plymouth Sound. What shall I do, he said, when the guns begin to roar, and England needs me and me not there to shatter the foe once more? Take my drum, he said, to the old sea wall at home, and if you strike that drum, he said, why, strike me blind, I'll come. If England needs me, dead or living, I'll rise that day. I'll rise from under the salt, sharp sea 10,000 miles away. That's what he said. And he died, with his pirates listening round, with their jewel swords and crimson doublets that flashed when the sun went down. They sewed him up in a shroud with his round-shot head in tow, to sink him under the salt, sharp sea where all good seamen go. And there, in the sunset light, they boomed a broadside over his grave, as meaning to say good night. They sailed away into the dark, to the dear little isle they knew, and they hung his drum by the old sea wall, the same they told him to. 200 years went by before the guns began to roar, and England was fighting hard for her life as ever she fought of yore. It's only the dead that counts, she says, as she says today. 'Tisn't the guns and it isn't the ships that will sweep Trafalgar's Bay. Do you guess who Nelson was? Oh, you may smile, but ask of the Devonshire men, for they heard in the dead of the night the roll of the drum, and they saw him pass on a ship of shining white. He stretched out his dead cold face and sailed in the grand old way. The fishes had taken an eye and an arm, but he swept Trafalgar's Bay. Nelson was Francis Drake. What matters the uniform, or a patch on your eye, or a pinned-up sleeve, when you've got a soul like a North Sea storm?